Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So in our last video, we went over a few different types of knives. Now we're going to go over some knife cuts. All right, our class is ahead of the curve a little bit because we've been practicing with different knife cuts all semester. Today I have a couple potatoes that we're going to do some knife cuts with. As you're home, as you're doing meal prep, if you're making dinner for your family, if you're making dinner for yourself, practice. Get your knives out, practice on whatever you have. If you have carrots, that's fine. If you have potatoes, that's fine. If you have a cucumber, that's fine. Potatoes are what I have. Obviously, don't go out to the store to buy anything, but just whatever you have around the house you can practice on. So today I have a couple of potatoes we're going to go through. Even though we're in chapter 12, it's good that we've been able to get ahead of the curve a little bit. We've done a lot of drills with our flashcards in class. We've done actual knife cuts in class. So I'm glad that we didn't wait until chapter 12 to do this. So this is going to be old hat for you guys. You're already going to know these cuts, but I'm going to go over them with you again just to keep it fresh. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I have a couple potatoes. So to get started, step one, very important. We want to make sure that we have a wet paper towel underneath of our cutting board. All right. Now, as far as sanitation goes, we've talked about in class, I don't have a red bucket and I don't have a green bucket here. I have my cutting board is clean. This came out of the dishwasher, so I know that it's sanitized. I'm only going to cut one thing on it today. If I were going to cut chicken or something else, I have a second cutting board that I use. But today we're just going to cut potatoes, so we're good with one cutting board. All right, now we've been talking a little bit about smallwares. This is a vegetable peeler, so this is a type of smallware. Little pro tip for you: when I cut at my house, and when you cut at your house, your parents will be happy that you do this. In my sink, I keep a plastic, just a shopping bag in there. If you put the peels down the sink in the garbage disposal, a lot of times it'll jam up and you'll clog your sink. All right, so we're just going to go real quick here. All right, I already washed my potatoes. I guess that's the power of the magic of television. You want to wash your potatoes as well. So as you peel them, if you don't wash them, they're going to get all dirty. You can wash them off after you peel them, but it's better just to keep the dirt out of the food. If they're going to go right into water, if you're going to make mashed potatoes, you don't want to get dirt in your water because as it cooks, the potatoes will soak that up. All right, so I'm going to do one more just to make sure that we're good for our cuts. And sometimes you get these blemishes on potatoes. You can just peel a little extra off of those to get those out of there. All right, now I have my potato peel. Now, if I was in a restaurant and I was doing a lot of potatoes, say I was doing 5, I'm just gonna put this in the sink because I'm done with it. If I had 5 pounds or 10 pounds of potatoes, we want to keep the potatoes in cold water or even hot water if you're getting ready to cook them up. We talked about potatoes, if they, once you peel them, if they stay out in the air, they're going to oxidize. So first they'll start to turn a little pink, then they'll turn brown, and then after a few hours they'll actually turn black. So we want to make sure that once they're peeled, they need to stay in water. We're going to be quick with these, so I'm going to leave these out, but I do have some water. I'm going to save these potatoes, so I'm going to put them in water when I get done. All right, now, so we said step one, we know that I have my cutting board's ready to go. I have my wet paper towel under it. Step two, potatoes are round. We want to square it off to make sure that it's easy to cut and it's not going to roll around on it. It's not going to roll around on us. So we're just going to cube it up, right? I'm going to cut all the sides off and I'm just going to square my potato off. Okay. And while I'm doing it, I'm just going to do the same thing with my other potato here. So I'm just going to square it off. All right, I went past this part, but probably what I should say before we got to that step. When I'm holding my knife, we know that when you hold our knife, we're going to take our bottom 3 fingers. I'm right-handed, so I hold my knife with my right hand. My bottom 3 fingers are going to be held around the handle of the knife. And then I'm going to pinch the blade with my forefinger and my thumb. All right, so I have the thumb right here, right on the bolster, this is called. And I'm going to pinch the blade with my fingers. And I have my bottom 3 fingers held on the handle. All right, now my other hand, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to cut with my right. My left hand, I'm going to cut with, I'm going to hold the food with my left hand. All right, so I have my fingers up, I have my fingertips up, my fingertips are back. I'm going to rest my knife right along my knuckles here. So we call this the claw hand, okay? So I'm going to go back, all right? So step one, getting our cutting board ready. Step two, holding the food with our claw hand. Step three, having the correct hold on the knife. If you have your finger up on the knife blade like this, if you have all your fingers back on the handle, you're not going to have as much control as if you have that pinch going on up here. All right, so I have step one, my cutting board. Step two, my claw hand. Step three, the correct way to hold the knife. All right, now I got my claw hand up. Now first I'm going to do a bassinet. All right, so bassinet, we all know, is a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 2 inches. All right, so I'm going to go in about a 1/4 inch here. I'm going to go down. I'm going to do a gliding motion, so down and out. All right, I'm going to cut all these evenly. Down and out. Down and out. The first thing that's going to hit my cutting board is the tip of my knife. All right, so down and out. All right, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this chopping motion going down. All right, just glide. All right, as much as I can, I want to keep the tip of my knife on the cutting board. All right, so now I have these planks here. They're about a 1/4 inch. We're going to stack these up a little bit. You can do whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to do 3 here. All right, so I'm going to do cut there, about a 1/4 inch in. Okay, now I'm going to turn it. These are a little wonky there, so I'm going to pull these aside just the way that the potatoes cut. All right, I'm going to square these off here. All right, if we're just throwing these in soup, we can use those, but just to make sure that we have everything looking the same. All right, I'm going to square these off. So now I got about 2 inches. It's about 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 2 inches. That's my bassinet right there. So all sides are equal. All right, it's about 2 inches long. This is my bassinet cut. All right, so now once I have the bassinet cuts down, I'm going to square these off. I'm going to go 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm going to pull these little guys to the inside. All right, and now everything is exactly the same. 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. All right, and that's my small dice cut. Go ahead and cut that.